What if one camera phone image could become a full high-converting Amazon image stack, complete with A+ content in a few minutes or less? This and more on today's AI-themed episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the AM/PM podcast. My name is Shivali Patel, and I'll be your host. And this is the show where we discuss all things Amazon, TikTok Shop, and Walmart private label, and how to generate reoccurring revenue streams 24 hours a day during the AM and the PM, hence the name of the show. Get it? AM/PM podcast. And as a matter of fact, for the past few weeks, I went completely off the grid to spend some time with my beloved family, focusing solely on quality time. And even though I put my tech down to go outside and quote unquote touch some grass, I was still making money. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hey guys, how is everyone doing? Welcome to our AI webinar. My name is Shivali Patel. I'm a senior brand evangelist here at Helium 10 if you've never seen me before. Today, you are in for an exciting treat. We are going to be talking about how to generate high-converting listing images, as well as A+ content using AI. What we're going to be talking about today is, can you really generate a set of images for your product listing just using a few camera phone shots of your product without doing a full photo shoot? Now, anytime I'm usually talking about product research when you're trying to launch something, I'm always talking about using a product that has great ROI. And that's because we want to build in some margin for all the additional things like trademarking and photo shoots because they get so expensive. But what we're talking about here today is going to help you take care of that in a much more cost-effective manner, meaning it lends itself to profitability and hopefully even more conversions. Now, in our Project X account, we actually have two new products that we're going to be launching. We have a Coffin makeup shelf and a Coffin gift box, along with an update to our regular Coffin shelf since it now has a brand new size. And to do that, we are actually going to bring up Kamaljit, who is from AMZ One Step. The thing is we had more than just the new products. We actually were auditing the images and we were realizing that a lot of people didn't even know that it came with a Coffin gift box. So we wanted to showcase that as well and just get this process moving, see what this new era of AI is going to do for us as sellers. So Kamaljit, welcome. We're so excited to have you on. And I'd love to have you share a little bit about you, how you got into the space, and tell us about your company as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shivali. Super excited to be here and especially talk about, how to generate images with AIs, with so much have changed in 2025. For those who don't know me, my name is Kamal. I'm the founder and CEO of AMZ One Step, which is an Amazon creatives agency. And I'm also CEO and founder of ListingOptimization AI, where you can generate images with AI in minutes. And those images are not just like random images, they're very high converting images that you can generate. So that's what I do. How I got into Amazon selling was back in 2015. I started as a retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale, and then I stumbled upon private label, watched thousands of YouTube videos, and that's how I got into the Amazon space. And then from one product to another, and then the agency thing, and now the AI startup. So it's been a long journey.
Amazing. And I believe you have a presentation for today.
Awesome. Yeah, let's get started. So in today's webinar, so I'm going to break it into two different sections. Section number one, I'm going to share some frameworks and systems, how you can generate images with AI. And in the second half, I'm going to show you, a live demo how you can generate images with AI in minutes, and even A+ content, not just like a random A+ content, like a really good A+ content. So and I will show you, I have worked, Bradley sent me, pictures from his cell phone for his new product that he's launching. And I spent, 20 to 25 minutes and have got a full set of listing images ready that I'm also very excited to share, with you guys. And the information that I got from Bradley, that was also very minimal. And the results that I'm seeing, it's absolutely amazing. The title of today's, webinar or presentation is how you can generate images, high converting images with AI in few minutes. And you can do this without wasting hours on research, without writing a single prompt and even doing the editing. So if you don't know me, in the last 7 years, I have scaled more than 2,000 listings to seven figures. And like I mentioned, I'm the founder and CEO of AMZ One Step, Listing Optimization AI. I've created like more than 200,000 Amazon images, and I'm not talking about like white background or or like product shot images. I'm talking about like real infographics and lifestyle images, like CTR optimized images. Member of Forbes Agency Council. I've spoken at many Amazon conferences. So the reason I'm telling you all this is not to brag, but everything that I'm going to share with you is coming from like lots and lots of experiments and testing that I've done over the years. Super important thing. The first thing that I want to share with you guys that AI does not create high converting images. It's the systems that do. AI can only help you speed and scale. It's just like a speed and scale multiplier. But how the images are designed, the high converting images, it's the system which will help you get the high converting images. Or it's a misconception that the AI will help me increase the sales. It's the system which will do. Right. And I'm going to share this exact system that I've built that you can use to generate, like high converting images. So there's two types of users, two types of like AI users. There's like lazy user and then there's a power user. And you probably know the best what kind of user you are. So there are like different types of products. For example, there's like a simple products which are really, really AI friendly, and even a lazy user with a lazy prompt can get somewhat good results. But some of you may have like a little bit of difficult or complex products. For those ones, you need to be a power user. You cannot have a lazy prompt and expect good results. So, for example, like the listings that I created for Bradley, for the coffin, the new coffee shelf and the makeup holder, I had to spend like 25 minutes as a power user, like a deep mode. So that's exactly what you need to do if you're generating, like if you want to generate high quality images. If you have tried AI before, it's your input equals to the output. If you give a bad prompt, if you give like a poor prompt, the AI will create the poor image. And the poor prompts, they're just waste of time. It will make you feel like that AI is not powerful and you will quit. And I'm going to share a framework which will be super helpful every single time you generate the images. So here's an example. This was the image before. That is the result after with the one single prompt. And if you give a bad prompt, this is what you're going to get, which is on the left. If you give a good prompt, this is what you're going to get. The image on the left had an incorrect size, it had incorrect angle, the product placement was off, and the use of the product was also way off, and the visual reference was not correct. That is if you give a bad prompt. But if you give a good prompt, your angle, the use of the product, the visual reference, and the copy, everything is just going to be good. Here's the proof. Same image with the bad prompt and same image with a really good prompt. And I don't want you to write this long prompt. I'm going to share a really good framework with you guys, which works every single time. It's called image framework. Whether you're using like Nano Banana Pro or you're using like OpenAI's Image 1.5 model, which is the newest model, or you're using like listing optimization AI or any other tools, this framework works every single time. So it's called image framework. And how do you it's the way you prompt, the way you write and structure your prompt before creating the image. So it says intent, main subject, aesthetics, guidelines, and emphasis. So that's what the abbreviation of this. And the intent means this is the main outcome of the prompt. Like what exactly do you want to happen? It's like setting a direction on map. Here's the example. Create a clean, elegant, and professional ad design for a skincare brand. In your case, you could be like, create a high CTR, optimized for high CTR Amazon main image. That is the intent. Or you can say like, create an Amazon lifestyle image. That's the intent. The main subject is what should appear in the image. Is it a person? Or is it, or is it an object? Or is it a scene? Or what exactly should appear as a main subject in the image? Here's the example. The image features a model applying cream to their face. That is the main subject. And the third part of the prompt should be aesthetics. How should it look and feel? It's like setting a mood, lighting for the photo shoot. Look at the example, like use a soft, natural lighting to highlight the product. That's the third part of the prompt. The fourth part of the prompt should be the guidelines. Like, what are some of the rules that the image should follow? This is where you get really, really specific. For example, this should be 1:1. Add, this headline and subheadline, or you can say like add these icons or badges. Like all those small little details goes into the guidelines. And the last part of your prompt should be emphasis. What should stand out from the image? It's like setting a focus before the shoot. Take a look at this example. It says, ensure the focus remains on the model's glowing skin. So if you structure your prompt with this image framework, every single time you're going to have a great output. So when you do a power session, when you become a power user, you will get really, really good images. So this is the framework which works every single time. So this is how you generate, really good images with AI. So here's a proof. Uh, Prompt using the same framework, image framework, and look at the output. Really good output. Here's the proof of the image that I just shared with you. Here's another example using the same framework. So I created like three different options. Using the exact same framework for Bradley's new product. So we can you can probably go and split test these images on like Helium 10 audience or PickFu. These are here's like another example of using the same framework. Got really good infographics, and in 20 minutes, this is the result that I got for Bradley's new product. And I'm going to share like the in the next part, I'm going to share how exactly I was able to generate that. And for Goli brand, it took me only 3 minutes to generate 50 plus Amazon main images. You might be thinking like, hey, Kamal, what I'm going to do, I'm with these 50 images, I'm only going to need one. But ideation process is still super important. Now you can pick and choose which one look better, and you can go to Helium 10 audience and split test those. Right. I was also able to generate A plus content in less than 10 minutes using AI. And this, I did not have to type a prompt. I did not have to, do the editing or hire a designer. Like everything was done by AI in less than 8 minutes. And how was I able to achieve this results fast? Because like I mentioned in the beginning, I have built a system where you can, choose templates with one click. You can find what kind of image that you want, and then the results will be there. So these are all the templates. This is the system. These are like the winning images through manager experiments or Helium 10 audience. So these are the images which have won over and over again. So I'm going to do a quick demo over here. So let's do a live demo. Okay, so this is your Crocs listing. So look at the image, really nice high quality shots, but they're not there's like big potential here. So we can increase the sales for sure by better images. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the ASIN. I'm going to go to listingoptimization.ai. This is where you can use like Nano Banana Pro, like Chat GPT, or different image generation models to create high quality images. So the step number one is always to generate the market intelligence. So by the market intelligence, what I mean is the AI will read all the reviews, your reviews, your competitor reviews, and it's going to analyze what are some of the top pain points. Why exactly people are buying this product? What is the customer avatar? What are the key decision-making factors? What are the main objections that your images need to overcome? So all of that will be done through the market intelligence. So if you go to listingoptimization.ai, put your ASIN, in the fast mode or in the deep mode. click on the generate button. It's going to take about like 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, to create the entire market intelligence report. I will share. So we have like 4 more minutes left. In the meantime, I'm going to share the Bradley's listing that I did recently. So it says Coffin shelf with the makeup brush holder. So you can generate the market intelligence by the keyword or by the ASIN. So let's take a look at the market intelligence over here. So 120 reviews were analyzed, 11 competitors were studied, 5 customer avatars were generated. So when I look at the pain points for the Coffin shelf, the number one pain point that we had was that the product was arrived damaged. The product descriptions were like misleading, lack of depth, the stability issues, the parts were missing, the paint quality was bad, the packaging was bad. So these were all the pain points. What are the positive themes? The Gothic design, the functionality, the sturdiness. So these are all the positive themes. These are the pain points. What are some of the features that people are requesting? So the AI does the entire market intelligence, right? So you can also see the reviews that people are leaving. All right. So this is just a proof that the whole research is built off of like real reviews. So you can see all the images of your competitors. So the reason I'm showing you all this, so that all the images will be based off of the real customer reviews. So if I click here, I go to the brief. So the brief is ready. So this is where I generated all those images for the Coffin shelf. So there are like main images and the secondary images. So Listing Optimization AI gives you 3 different options to generate images. So you can choose how many pictures, images that you want to generate, choose what kind of aspect ratio that you want. For images, 1:1 works perfectly, or you can just choose how many images you want. And here you can choose which model, which image generation model you want the images to be generated from. So Gemini 3 Pro is Nano Banana Pro, and this works like way better than any other models out there. There's like GPT Image 1.5, which is also really good, but Nano Banana Pro is really, really good. So then you can also choose in what resolution you want the image, to be generated. We have like 1K, 2K, and 4K options available. So all you have to do is just click on the generate button and the image will be generated. Here, like we have secondary image options. So I was able to generate lots of images for the Coffin shelf over here. Look at all these images. So the sizing was really important for us. So I had to play around and give some different prompts. So I generated a lot of images, but these are some of the images that I finalized. Show that to you. So I created 3 different main image options using listing optimization AI. This is the second image, which is the package includes. So it comes with the Coffin shelf, it comes with the makeup brush holder, and then also this is the third image, which shows what uh, shows the product in the lifestyle environment. Here's the before and after image. On the left side, there's like a little bit of mess. On the right side, like it's super organized. The customer is really happy. Here it talks about the sturdiness. You can see the visual reference. There's like dumbbells, as a visual reference to show that it's very sturdy shelf. And here, like another lifestyle image, it comes in a gift box. So this is like another lifestyle image, and it can be used in like different parts of your home, like living room, bathroom, hallway, wherever you want to use it. So this is the whole set of images. And if I go back and I remember, when we looked at the pain points, people were talking about the sturdiness. People were talking about it you know that when it arrives, the paint comes off or the packaging is not good enough. But here are some packaging images as well. So all of these images, they are generated of real reviews. So let's go back to the Crocs listing that I was gonna do the demo for. So this is the Crocs listing. So I put my ASIN over here in the listing optimization AI. So now my brief is ready. So I can check the market intelligence first. So almost 400 reviews were analyzed, 6 competitors were studied. So these are all the pain points and everything. So let's go to the brief. So over here, all I have to do is just click on generate. So I click on generate, 1, 2, 3. So I have three main image options, and I'm going to click generate on the secondary images as well. Okay. It takes about 30 to 40 seconds to generate the image. And here's A plus content. We also have like search simulation where you can see like, how many images, how does your image stand out among competitors? So image one is almost ready. Take a look at this one. And I can generate as many images as I want. If I want, I can also regenerate it. For example, this hang tag is like, a little bit off. I have two different options. I can either regenerate, I can say, make the hang tag connected to the product. Say confirm, and it's gonna regenerate that image for me, right? Or the another option is just generate more. And AI will, it's just like first image. So I wouldn't say that just go with the first image that AI generates. You can just, play around, either regenerate, or you can also edit the prompt if you want. So that's my image number one, like option number one. That's my option number two for this product. And this is the option number three, which is still being generated. Let's go to the secondary images. That's the first image. That's the second image. That's the third one. Fourth. It's talking about like beach, on garden, urban and outdoors, wet and dry, all weather. Uh, there you go. Like easy to clean. So these are four images that we generated for Crocs. So let's go back and I'm going to show you how, maybe there's like another one. So for this racket, we were able to generate so many images just with few clicks. There you go. And I'm going to do one last demo. Like, let's take a look at this listing. So the next demo is going to be the main image for the main images. So this main image, I think, can be significantly, better. It's selling about 1,000 units per month almost. And this image looks pretty good, but it can be improved. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the ASIN, and then I'm going to go to Listing Optimization AI and go to Main Image Generator. So here I can paste the ASIN and choose how many pictures I want to generate, and then choose the image generation model. Like, let's go with Nano Banana Pro. You can also pick the winning templates. So I'm going to pick some, randomly pick some templates, and there you go. So I click generate, and in next few seconds, I'm going to have really high quality main images. So lots of options available within like, few seconds. I can go to Helium 10 audience now and split test and see which image is better. And, I can just upload that to Seller Central. And over here, we also have the search simulation ready. So I can see which image will stand out from the competitors. So let's give it about like 20 seconds, and the images will start coming up. Okay, so the first image is almost ready. There you go. So 10 main image variations ready in few seconds. And if I want, I can generate more. I go to 10 more and click generate. So I'm going to have like 10 more images ready if I'm not satisfied with these ones. So the best part is the search simulation. So I can click here and see which image. Okay, so let's say I choose this one. Okay, so it does. So orange color hang tag, it does really stand out. So maybe let's find out about this one. This is also looking pretty good, but it's kind of blending in because of the product color itself. But let's go with this one. So I know that I just need to crop it and just make it look a little bit better, so that it just stands out. So, but this is another unique angle. So look at this. How many images do I have in few seconds? this is like another great idea, right? So this is how you generate the images. And lastly, let's talk about the A plus content. I will share the goalie A plus content, or let's go to Zesty Pause. So I generated this listing, and within like few clicks, I was able to generate really good A plus content modules. That's the main module. That's my second module. That's my third one, fourth, fifth. So this is how you generate images with AI. You can use the same framework that I shared with you guys. You can go to Nano Banana, you can go to ChatGPT, or you can go to Listing Optimization AI. In today's age, I think there's no reason for you to not use it, for to not be using AI. So I'm happy to take any questions that you guys may have.
Let's see here what we've got in the comments. Thank you so much, Kamaljit. Says this is okay. Existing AI image tools often fail to produce modified images that accurately reflect the requested prompts when editing images after they've been generated. How accurately does your tool apply the commands during the editing process? And could you demonstrate this with an example?
Sure, yeah. So let's demonstrate that with the live example. So I'm going to go back and share my screen. Okay, let's just try the Crocs listing. So it's pretty easy. So there's like two different ways you can do that. So the option number one would be, let's say this is the image. Let's just try this one. That's easy. So what I can do, I have two different options. One, I can edit the prompt. It's pretty straightforward. For example, if you want, instead of like ease of maintenance, like I can find that ease of maintenance somewhere in the prompt, which is ready in minutes. So let's say ready in 5 minutes, just for example. So I click save, and if I regenerate, it should change the text. That's option number one. The option number two, you can go to this purple regenerate button, and let's say what kind of change do I want? Maybe let's just say change the heading and subheading to be more data driven and factual. So, so it's going to regenerate that one. But if I'm looking for something particular, something in the image, then let's maybe try uh, this one. Let's try this image. So if I go here, click on the purple, so change the text on the hand tag to made in USA. Just gonna with USA flag. So I give that command, and within like few seconds, I think AI should be able to like make that change. So let's give it about few seconds. Yeah. So like I said, the change is done over here, and in the main image, let's see if the USA flag and made in USA comes up or not. Okay, yeah, it's ready. There you go. So within like it's just like pretty straightforward, even faster than using Nano Banana and ChatGPT itself.
So if you go to h10.me/AMZ listing, you'll be able to access this very cool tool that Kamaljit has been showing. Again, that's h10.me/AMZ listing. It's also on the screen and in the chat. Once you have all these images generated for your listing, then what's kind of the next step? How do you determine which one is the best option or which one to run with for maximum conversions?
I think the easy answer is split testing. For main images or secondary images, go get the feedback using Helium 10 audience, and based on that feedback, regenerate 3 more times or get the changes done. Once that is done, then go to manage your experiment, split test with your existing images and the new images. Don't just upload the new images. You will not know like how much impact it has made. Always do the manager experiment. That is the right SOP. But again, the decision making is is really important. If you know what you're doing, you can we have like SERP simulation available, so you can also see the images in the SERP simulation and visually test which image does really stand out. But yeah, the decision making is, I think you still have to either do it on your own or get the experts help or do the split testing.
And would you recommend split testing one thing at a time or rotating in multiples? So let's say A plus content and images.
Um, with Helium 10 audience, you can do, I mean, simultaneously, but for manager experiment or live split testing, one at a time is the best option.
Fantastic. I'm really excited about this. Photo shoots are expensive. And especially if you want to optimize, or for example, for our case, the images you were showing, what happens if you have a little bit of a dimension change and you're not entirely changing the product, or if you have something else added to that product as a bundle. This sort of thing can really take you very far. You can optimize very, very quickly. And I think that's the beauty of being in this generation as an e-commerce seller. Thank you so much, Kamaljit, for being on. Thank you to all of you guys that are tuning in. I hope you learned something and that you go and you actually implement. One last question to close out is from Rachel. How do we make contact with Kamaljit? So if you want to share a little bit about how people can reach you, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's you can reach me out at, you can find me on LinkedIn, Kamaljit Singh, or you can just email me, Kamal at amz1step.com. These are the two best ways to get in touch with me.
Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.